Shuten Doji, Yokai, Oni, Monster, Demon. Late in the Heian period, in 10th century Japan, in what would come to be known as Kyoto, Shuten Doji was feared and hated throughout the region. His name inspired terror and was tied to the disappearance of countless young women. He is considered to be one of the 3 most evil yokai in all of Japanese folklore, the dreaded king of the Oni. Killer, blood drinker, and flesh eater. But such was not always the case. Shuten Doji was not always a demon. He was once nothing more than an innocent little boy. His mother was a normal woman. His father was the dragon Yamata no Orochi. How he became the infamous Shuten Doji is much debated, but the story goes that he was born with special talents. He was abnormally strong and far more intelligent than his peers. Despite his gifts, he was cruelly shunned by his friends and family and labelled as a demon child. Abandoned by his mother at the age of 6, he was taken in by priests as an apprentice. He was stronger and smarter than the other apprentices and, as a result of his lifelong mistreatment, became resentful. He began to look down on those around him and found no joy in his studies or the simple life of a priest. One night there was a religious festival at the temple. The boy arrived having consumed enough sake to make him very drunk, wearing an Oni mask with a plan to scare his fellow priests. At the end of the night, when he tried to remove the mask, he could not. It was fused to his face. Ashamed and afraid, he was again scolded and pushed away by his peers, and he fled into the night, into the mountains, filled with rage, away from the people who he looked down upon. From then on, he lived on the fringes of society, stealing food and sake. He eventually fell in with a group of bandits who, in time, became the foundation of his gang. He lived in exile but grew in power and knowledge, studying dark magics and consorting with yokai. Both he and his gang were gradually transformed, one by one, into Oni and yokai themselves, and soon, Shuten Doji had an entire clan of yokai thugs who prowled the area, stealing, killing, and kidnapping young women. Shuten Doji's gang settled upon the mountain Owayama and spent a good many years conducting raids throughout Kyoto. They rampaged through the capital, capturing noble virgins and reportedly drinking their blood and eating their flesh. Eventually, the records state that the emperor himself intervened and summoned the greatest warrior he knew to help put an end to the chaos. Minamoto no Yoromitsu, also known as Minamoto Reiko. These same records report a bloody battle on January 25th of the year 990, which put an end to Shuten Doji's reign of terror. During our own encounter with Shuten Doji, after he is brought back to fight Hilde, you will notice that Shuten has not forgotten Reiko's involvement in his downfall. "This is no end," he says. "We will march through the streets of the capital once more. And you, Reiko, you plied me with great drink, but I forget not what happened next." Reiko had gathered a band of heroes to help him on his quest. On their way to the demon's lair, they encountered a group of 3 men who, as it turned out, were deities. Reiko was given a special sake and advised to dress himself and the others as priests to gain entrance to Shuten Doji's household. Shuten Doji, which loosely translates to sake drinking child, a nickname he was given in his younger years, accepted the gift brought to him by the innocent looking party of priests and drank his fill. The special sake rendered him drunk and incapable of fighting against the party. The story goes that in his drunken state, the band of heroes saw him in his true yokai form, over 15 foot tall and deserving of his name, the Ogre King. Reiko cut off the demon's head, but even when it was severed, the head continued to bite at Reiko, and he was only saved by his armor. The group returned triumphant to Kyoto with the head, which was laid to rest outside the city limits. The cup and sake bottle used are said to be kept at Naraji Temple in Kyoto. The reign of terror had ended, but one can't help but think, could all this have been avoided if a small child with unusual abilities had been accepted, treated with love and kindness during his earliest years? Was this evil always in Shuten Doji, or was he taught to hate at a young age? I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. This is a new type of video for me, so if you enjoyed it, please let me know with a like or comment. Take care, stay safe.